Have you ever wondered that if someone else started doing your office work with the same dedication and effort as you, but for a lower salary, would your company still keep you? And what if the one replacing you isn't even a person, but a machine? A system that has no unnecessary demands, no emotions, never gets tired and never takes leave. Naturally, many of us would feel unsafe, but this isn't an imaginary fear anymore. That time has already arrived. And this is what Geoffrey Hinton, also known as the godfather of AI, believes. Welcome back to Think and Grow with Hamdan, where today we explore a transformation silently reshaping the modern world, the rise of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, or AI, may appear to be a recent phenomenon gaining attention in mainstream media, but its foundations go back decades. In the early 1950s, scientists began imagining machines that could think like humans. But a core question remained. How would we know if a machine had truly begun thinking like a person? To answer this. In 1950, the renowned mathematician and computer scientist Alan Turing introduced what is now known as the Turing test. According to the test, if a machine could converse with a human in such a way that a third person couldn't distinguish the machine from the human, then the machine could be said to exhibit human-like intelligence. For many decades, no machine could pass this test. But in 2014, history changed. For the first time, a chatbot succeeded in passing the Turing test. During a session held at the Royal Society in London, judges interacted with a supposed 13-year-old Ukrainian boy via a chat platform. Out of 30 judges, 20 believed they were speaking to a real human. In reality, it was a bot named Eugene Gut. Back then, AI systems were limited to tasks like playing chess or solving simple mathematical problems. But the last few years, driven by breakthroughs in neural networks and deep learning, have triggered a rapid evolution no one anticipated. And at the center of these developments stands Geoffrey Hinton, widely known as the godfather of AI. Hinton worked at Google for a decade before leaving the company when he felt that AI systems might soon surpass human intelligence. He stepped away so he could openly warn the world about the potential dangers ahead. Hinton's pioneering contributions in neural networks, deep learning, and especially the backpropagation algorithm formed the foundation of modern AI. He has mentored some of the most influential figures in the field, including Jan LeCun Metas, chief AI scientists, and Yoshua Bengio. Together, they won the Turing Award in 2018 and became known collectively as the godfathers of deep learning. According to Hinton, humans may already have lost their position at the top when it comes to intelligence. AI has claimed the lead. He warns that while AI seems to assist us today, it might soon overtake entire professions. In an interview, Hinton identified the types of jobs most at risk. Before discussing the areas that are relatively safer for now, let's look at the professions he believes AI will likely disrupt first. 1. Customer support agents. Hinton states that one of the earliest and largest impacts of AI will be felt in customer service. Many telecom companies and banks have already replaced a large portion of call center staff with AI-driven bots. The CEO of Klarna, a major online payment platform, recently acknowledged that a single AI system performs work equivalent to 700 customer service agents. The company once employed 7,000 support staff. Today, only around 3,000 remain. That means nearly 4,000 workers were replaced because AI offers round-the-clock availability, instant responses, and no emotional fluctuations. Hinton estimates that AI systems already handle over 80% of customer service tasks in many companies. Anyone working in call centers today is operating in a high-risk zone. 2. Legal assistants and junior lawyers. For a long time, people assumed that legal professions were too complex for AI to penetrate, but that belief has rapidly faded. Hinton notes that AI systems can now draft legal documents, summarize case files, and conduct legal research at extraordinary speed. Tools like Harvey AI and GPT-4 are increasingly used by global law firms. Tasks that once took junior lawyers 3 days, such as compiling case histories, can now be completed by AI in about 30 seconds, complete with references and citations. Because of this level of speed and accuracy, many firms are hesitant to hire junior legal staff. 3. Writers, editors, and content creators. Writing was once considered a deeply creative profession, but AI-generated content has changed this landscape dramatically. Copywriters, bloggers, and content creators face Growing uncertainty. Platforms like Blogspot, once thriving under Google, have seen significant traffic drops in recent years, largely because AI tools can generate articles instantly. Hinton predicts that prompt engineers, people who know how to guide AI effectively, may temporarily replace traditional writers. However, even this role could vanish when AI becomes capable of generating its own prompts. For freelancers dependent on digital content creation, the future is particularly uncertain. 4. Entry-level and fresher roles. Tasks once reserved for new graduates: data entry, customer onboarding, email drafting, and document verification, are increasingly automated. According to Hinton, AI systems already handle much of this workload. Degrees have become more accessible, but landing a job is becoming harder as AI begins performing tasks typically assigned to This creates a silent crisis with no clear solution. 5. Software developers. Software development used to be considered future-proof, but today, AI tools like GitHub Copilot and Replit AI can generate large sections of code instantly. Even people with no programming experience can build basic websites by simply typing a description. Developers now spend more time reviewing and debugging AI-written code than writing their own. Hinton warns that once AI begins modifying its own code effectively, human developers may see their role drastically reduced. 6. Administrative and support roles. Hinton mentions the example of his niece, who worked in healthcare, writing complaint response letters. What once required 25 minutes of careful reading and writing is now completed in about 5 minutes with the help of an AI tool. Workloads. Previously requiring several employees can now be managed by a single human, supported by AI. 7. Doctors and medical specialists. Doctors are still essential, but AI is significantly increasing their efficiency. A doctor who previously consulted with 10 patients can now see 50 with AI assistance. While doctors are unlikely to be removed entirely, hiring rates, especially for junior doctors and diagnostic specialists, may decline. 8. Creative professions. Even creative industries aren't immune. Hinton notes that AI can form conceptual connections that humans may take years to imagine. Designers, animators, video editors, and composers are at risk as AI-generated creativity becomes faster and more sophisticated. 9. Analysts and knowledge workers. Data analysts, research assistants, and information processors face increasing competition from AI systems with access to vast data sets and powerful analytical capabilities. Human cognitive limitations make it difficult to match AI's scale and speed. These roles are safe only until AI completely understands and replicates their workflows. These AI-created jobs, not truly secure new roles like prompt engineering, are emerging. But Hinton stresses that these two are temporary. Once AI learns to generate and refine its own instructions, even these positions may fade. Which jobs are relatively safe? Hinton identifies a set of professions that rely heavily on physical presence and manual skill, areas where AI, still largely software-based, struggles to operate effectively. These include plumbers, electricians, construction workers, mechanics, welders, carpenters, technicians, security personnel. Any field requiring hands-on physical work, real-world tools, movement, or human emotional presence is far more resistant to AI displacement. When asked what career advice he would give in an age of AI takeover, Hinton responded instantly: plumbing. Not because it's simple, but because it represents the kind of physical expertise AI cannot easily replicate. Final message: this documentary is not meant to frighten, but to awaken. Change is unfolding quietly. Many professionals may not notice that their roles are gradually being absorbed by AI systems until it is too late. If you believe your job is safe, try letting an AI system perform one of your daily tasks. If the results are close, it might be time to upgrade your skills. Thank you for supporting Think and Grow with Hamden. We appreciate your comments and engagement.